My name is Nikki Fioravanti. I am a board certified behavior analyst, and I'm an associate director of programs at the Kinney Center for Autism Education and Support. I have the opportunity to oversee the adult skills class and the youth and transitional social skills this semester. We have come together for our Kinney Goes Virtual Parent Corner to talk about preparing for change in routine. I know this is very applicable to the times we're going through right now, and we just want to help bring something together to help prepare and plan for any of these changes that might occur. So change in routine, are they good? Are they bad? They can be both. I know for me personally, a big change in routine when I was younger was each semester of college going from the fall semester to the spring semester. While this could be a little bit scary and challenging because of new classes, new professors, it also is exciting because I got to see my friends again and also got to be back on campus. And I am an SJU alum, and I have been there since 2012, so I am always excited to go back to Hawk Hill. So don't feel the need to look at change as a good or bad. There can be components of both. We really just need to be prepared and ready for both consequences. So what is a change in routine? It can be any change in your daily schedule, activity, your staff members, the time of an activity, seasons changing from throughout the year, your living conditions, rules, and maybe a loss of a loved one. So I don't know if we have any Avengers fans out there, but I thought this was a fun thing to include. With the global pandemic going on right now, coronavirus is definitely a change in all of our routines. It feels like almost overnight we had to switch from our normal day to a new virtual reality. I know me personally, I have never done Zoom, and it takes me a few tries to still share and record these meetings. But just any change in a schedule for your kiddos or for any of the individuals you take care of, this was a huge change in everyone's routine, that even for the rules of not being able to hug or kiss their loved ones, or for the daily schedule with, instead of going to school, you're now logging on and you're seeing maybe mom or dad or a caretaker all day. That can be very stressful. I know some people really like to go to different art classes or different dance classes, and those activities unfortunately right now are canceled. So those are all changes in routines or transitions that we have to manage and cope with, and that can definitely be really difficult. So some common changes in routine are going on vacation, having off of school. I know Memorial Day is next Monday. Going to virtual school. I know this has been difficult for all of us. Maybe you're planning for one activity, but you actually have to go do another, or you want to do an activity, but you don't have the supplies. This happens to me all of the time when I want to bake something, and turns out I do not have the proper ingredients. No internet connection. This is another tough one, especially with everyone on the Wi-Fi throughout the day with school and work. Any inclement weather. I know it's so sad when you want to go in the pool or you want to go out for a nice bike ride and maybe there's a thunderstorm or lightning storm that prevents you from doing those activities you want to do. And then moving. So this is a really hard one that I'm sure we have all been there. And the whole process of packing and finding a new house and getting acclimated to a new area and just understanding where all of your stuff is when you move. It is really difficult, and it is a change in routine that we need to cope and manage with. So why should we prepare for changes in routine? So individuals with autism have two common difficulty areas. These include difficulties with social communication and interactions, and restrictive and repetitive patterns of behavior, which may also include restrictive interests and activities. Some of our kiddos that we serve at the Kinney Center really enjoy their schedule. They know we wake up, we go to school, we come home, maybe we have our afternoon snack, work on some homework, we get to go to the Kinney Center for the adult skills class or youth or transitional social skills, and then we come home, we get ready for bed, and then it's time for the next day. And the changes from this normal schedule can be really difficult because we do have those restrictive interests or activities that we are very used to. So what are some tips to prepare for a change in routine? Because we all have them. They happen every day at a small and a large level. We want to find out about the change as early as possible and describe it to your children. Maybe using the supports of visual aids if that could be helpful, and involve your support team if that support team is family or friends or different caretakers or just individuals close with your family. Involve that team and understand that even though this change is happening, it's okay, and we are going to move through it, and we're going to cope, and we are going to figure out our new normal, like current social isolation. And be aware and understand those fears and anxieties that your child may be experiencing. I know for me, change is really difficult. And imagine your kiddos who may not even understand what is really going on in the world right now. Because I know for me, whenever I turn the news on, it feels like there's something different being said every single day. So anytime that you can understand a change that is happening and explain it to your child with any support that they may need would be beneficial for helping cope and move forward with the change. So sometimes when these changes happen, maladaptive or those problem behaviors are exhibited. And I know a few videos ago, we talked about general behavior protocols. So I just wanted to bring up a couple as reminders that we can go through that can be useful in those times where maybe one activity was planned and guess what? Now the pool is closed and we have to do something else. So transition reminders are really helpful. So you want to remind the individual you're caring for that a transition or change is happening as far in advance as you can. And I'm sure we've all been there where it can be difficult when you don't know something is changing until the last minute. So any time preparation you can plan for is definitely going to be in your favor. I know a few videos ago I talked about the PREMAC principle, which is also just known in simpler terms as first then, is a great strategy when your individual that you're caring for may be upset or overwhelmed by wanting to bake brownies, but unfortunately we ran out of eggs. So maybe we're not able to bake brownies, but maybe we really love working on puzzles. So first we can work on puzzles, and then we can have a special treat or something that is really reinforcing to them, just to help them get back into that routine and change throughout the day, because it is scary. So you want to put the thing that is a little bit difficult, and then a reward for being able to do that difficult task. And then unfortunately, sometimes no just means no, and we can't have things. I know this is really something that we have to say a lot recently because we can't go outside. I don't know about you guys. The parks by us are closed. So we can't go to the park, but we can go on a bike ride or we can walk the dog. So you would say that even though we can't have this one option, you'll offer two alternative options that your child or individual you're caring for also enjoys, to help them ease in that transition and help them refocus and move through that transition or that change in routine. Even though it can be scary, we can still have good things moving forward. And I just wanted to include some resources I used to help put this presentation together. They definitely offer more suggestions as well, so please feel free to check it out. As always, keep tuning in to our Kinney Goes Virtual videos. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you and your family are staying safe, healthy, and most importantly, sane during these times. Be sure to check out our other videos for some fun activities that you can do while in social isolation and quarantine. And I wish you all the best. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you guys again soon.